Alright, so this is the second episode of the LEGO Ninjago pilot. I'm recording this one before uploading the first one, so hopefully everything went well with that. We open to the ninja on a ship in the middle of some icy cave or ocean place. They're going after the next golden weapon, the shurikens of ice. At first I thought this was the ship that ends up becoming the Destiny's Bounty, but that's not true at all. The figurehead does look very similar though.
The most powerful move in Spin Jitsu can only be accomplished when all four elements are combined.
What happens when all of them are combined?
The tornado of creation.
He mentions the tornado of creation here, but they end up using it later, so I'll talk more about it then. Do you think they chose Zane to be the frozen one because of his ability to hold his breath for so long, or was it because he has the ice elemental? Which actually brings up a related point. Each ninja conveniently uses the same type of weapon that is their respective golden weapon. Cole uses a scythe, Zane the shurikens, etc. Why is that? Is that because they had a subconscious link to the golden weapons and instinctively chose the same ones? Or did Master Wu manipulate them into using each weapon? I mean, he knew what each ninja's element was and what the golden weapons were, so I wouldn't be surprised if he nudged them to practice with the right weapons so they would be ready to use the golden ones. I don't know, not really important, but it's an interesting thought about the show, and that's what you're here for, right? Next, they go after the nunchucks of lightning, and this is a weird temple design. It's not even a real temple, it's just a giant chain floating in the sky. Isn't that the same invention that Jay was testing when Sensei Wu found him? Nice to see he got it working, though flying through a thunderstorm is a terrible idea. I will say they do make it through just fine, so I don't know what the lightning was even for. Samukai laughing here is probably because he's not really trying to steal the weapons. He's just getting the ninja to hurry up and find them so Garmadon can snatch them all at once.
Oh, Sensei, look, you gotta admit, we're kicking their bony butts. Get up here, show us some moves.
I guess I could.
These lighthearted scenes are really important for a show that focuses on a team. Up until now, we have not seen the ninja together in any way that is meaningful to their relationship with each other. This dancing scene shows us that they're bonding and becoming friends, which is crucial. Not only so that they feel like a team to us, but so that we, the audience, can bond with them as well. Also, Wu's dancing is certainly something.
Kai,
What's that?
I have to go.
Nia, wait up!
I feel like I should be mad at Kai for falling into such an obvious trap, but I've also got to remember that one, he had just been woken up in the middle of the night, and I don't think any of our brains would work properly being woken up like that. And two, he's probably just super excited to see his sister. He had no idea if she was dead or alive, or if she was being tortured or anything. She leads him to the fire temple, which is surprisingly close by. Maybe they stopped near it and decided that they would tackle it in the morning? I suppose that could work.
You can't hurt me here. You're banished, trapped in the underworld.
And that is why you are going to remove the sword of fire for me.
Garmadon using Nia as bait is diabolical. I mean, this is a kid's show. I watched this when I was 7. He frees her from the chains via this unnecessarily cool string of moves.
Stay close.
Trust me, I'm not going anywhere.
I feel like Nia would survive in a zombie apocalypse. Kai gets jumped by a dozen of his shadows. Funny enough, it took me a few watches of this episode to actually realize that these were copies of Kai's shadow. Right? I mean, they've got the sword and the hair. The fact that the shadows can touch physical objects seems ridiculous to me. Why doesn't Garmadon just send them all over Ninjago to take over the world? He could literally rule from the shadows. Sorry, I'll see myself out. Really? Neither of them yelled to wake up Cole? They're not gagged or anything.
Sensei, what are you doing?
Now, you fool!
If he is to bring the other weapons here, then I will take the sword of fire to the underworld.
We're just gonna overlook the fact that the sword cut didn't do a single thing to that rock. Literally nothing. Would it have been so hard to animate an extra crack or two? At least Wu still has his tea.
Forget Sensei. What about us?
That's true. This has been the most patient dragon I've ever seen. He would have eaten all of them ages ago if the script hadn't stopped him.
Now we get out of here.
Where was he hiding that? It was literally inside Zane. Jay puts on his mask here, but the other two don't. It doesn't mean anything, I just need more runtime for this video.
We need to go faster to cross over to the underworld.
That's a cool way of doing it. I'm sure some physics nerds in the comments will explain about how that is scientifically viable. Aren't they all going the same speed? So why did he portal and not the others? It can't be size, because they're both smaller and larger vehicles that haven't teleported yet. Wait, the ninja are jumping just as fast as the vehicles are traveling. Jay's literally running as fast as them, faster even, because he had to catch up. So the ninja are superhuman, right? That's what we're getting out of this? Is that canonic? I mean, Cole hasn't unlocked his actual super strength yet.
Hey, Cole!
I was going to talk about how that probably should have done more to his throat, but I literally just said they're superhuman, so carry on. Well, the weapons are gone. You lost.
We just stop that.
You don't need to say it. I know.
We didn't stop them? Is that what he said? I think it is. Oh, right. Wu is in the underworld. No, his tea! I'm glad I'm not the only one who carries a large cloth daily in case I need to wrap an object that is the exact size and length of the Sword of Fire from LEGO Ninjago. Good job, Sensei. There is no inside of this building. I guarantee you it's just a red sheet behind there.
The elemental weapons have left this realm and are now in the underworld.
Great. The one place no mortal can cross over.
So that means that Wu is not mortal, right? I think it's something we kind of all know but never say. If his dad created Ninjago and Ninjago is thousands of years old, then he too is probably thousands of years old. So he can portal to the underworld himself, right? It's not that the fire temple has a gateway inside of it, right? It's not like Kai literally saw Sensei Wu fall into the underworld, but decided, instead of following him, to travel all the way back to the other golden weapon locations to get all the other dragons, to then go back to the monastery to put the saddles on the dragons, taking the time to find flags for each of them, also taking the time to change into riding suits, each custom made for their own specific dragon that they didn't have before this, which means they made them on the spot, to then, after all of that, travel to the underworld to find the golden weapons. Oh, and look at that. The dragons are doing spinjitzu.
Solid ground. We made it.
Great. You made it. Now fly on your incredibly powerful dragons and take over the fortress. They have nothing that could stop you. Oh, they're doing that instead. Ah, I see. The writers made them take the stupid way in so they could have some climax to the episode.
Brother.
Man, he used the hard R on that. Garmadon is cooked.
Huh? You feel a weird sensation?
You ate an odd crustacean?
No, he's clearly saying like and subscribe.
Tornado of creation!
Welcome back.
Alright, so we got the Tornado of Creation showing up for the first time, and it's very powerful. Giving the ninja something this powerful in episode 2 is a bold choice. The Tornado of Creation is fundamentally a nuke. If you don't like something, boom, Tornado of Creation into something else. Forgive the constant Avatar The Last Airbender references, but this is like the Avatar state. Though in that show, they had a good way of limiting the amount of times it was used. Here, they don't. Later, it was retconned to say that they needed the 4 golden weapons in order to be able to use it, and that helps, but for the first whole season, they just have a kill button in their back pocket. From this point on, they should be Tornado of Creationing everything that even slightly inconveniences them. But they can't, because then there would be no more show.
No. This is Sensei's fight.
No, it is not. Sensei Wu loses because you didn't do anything. You just stood there and watched. Sambakai explodes into a vortex that then lets Garmadon escape.
Father would not want you to do this, brother.
Is that Sensei Wu's voice? Did they grab a different actor for this one line? I'm not the only one who hears the difference, right?
You always his favorite.
Did this whole thing really stem from daddy issues? Really? Why do all villains start from that? As a conclusion to the pilot, it's fine. Unfortunately, all those plot holes and ridiculous decisions were necessary in order to set up Garmadon as the villain for Season 1. Which, if you've seen Season 1, isn't even really the case. I think there was some unnecessary things that they could have cut out and just combined the previous episode and this one into one, say, 30-minute pilot, but it is what it is. Both episodes are crucial to the story, and I guess they're what you need to get everything done. Also, these villagers are literally just the same boy and girl model, copy and pasted over and over.